It's getting late. It'll come again. It always does. I couldn't tell you what it is or what it wants. I do know that it's something I've never seen before. It's not like the picture of the husky that wants you to spread the word, or the faceless man who hunts you in the forest, or even the man with the burnt face who tells his victims to go to sleep. I have no idea what to call it. It has no name, and it is nothing of this earth. I can remember what it looks like. It has eyes that were silted like a cat's, and has no nose. It wears no clothes and shows no gender. There's no sign of it even having a gender. And I remember, it has these appendages on either side of its head. They were in the shape of frog eyes, but on the side of the head. It had pupils, but I know it doesn't use to see. Its mouth is a large V smile, but you don't want it to grin. God, that grin. Its teeth. It has this horrible fanged grin. It looks like something not even Stephen King could think of. Its hideous, lanky body was almost human. It always sat like something was feral. Its copper eyes can look right through you. And it's always hungry. I know. It's the reason Snowball is no longer with me. I can still remember what happened. I can still remember that night. It was 10:45. Snowball didn't want to go outside, but I made her. She hissed at me as I closed the door. I know it was odd, but we did have a new neighbor with a dog, so I thought it was just her not wanting to encounter Prince and Floyd. Oh, how I was wrong. Around midnight, I started to get worried. I got up and opened the door. Something moved in the corner of my eye. Whatever it was had taken off to the bushes. I don't know why, but I looked down. I regretted that choice. Snowball used to drop things off on the back porch when she was done with her nighttime stroll. Now it was her laying there, her creamy white fur now stained red. I couldn't help but cry. The day after, I buried her with my best friends and my older brothers. The night that followed is when I first saw it. I couldn't sleep that night. Her death had really hurt me. I had been with her since she was only a kitten, abandoned by her mother and half dead. I was the only one who had bothered to save her. That's when I heard it. It sounded like the cross of a feral cat's snarl, a bullfrog's croak, and a watery voice. I looked outside, both scared and angry. I thought it was just some kids going around and pranking people. Again, I was wrong. I saw it right before I opened my window. It was sitting in the apple tree I had planted when I first moved into the house. It kind of sat like a leopard, its eyes unblinking for the longest time. Its nails flexed, and the hungered look in its eyes was fixed on me. I backed away from the window and called Debbie, my childhood best friend. She was at my house in a matter of minutes. "What's wrong?" she had asked me. I brought her to the window, and sure enough, it was still there. I remember pointing at it and saying, frantically, "Do you see it? Do you see it?" But she only shook her head and said I was still grieving. A little out of my mind since I lost Snowball. I was hurt. Why didn't she see it? Was it only me? Why? I was in tears as she started up her car and started to back away. She told me she'd check up on me in a few hours. She did. I remember that too. She still worries over me. I don't blame her. I'm starting to question my mental health. But I don't know why it wasn't seen by her. It only wanted me to see. It had me as its target. I don't know much, but there is something I can tell you. How you know it's following you, and how to protect yourself for a good while. How you know it's following you. 1. Late at night, you'll hear odd sounds. Number 2. Your pets, mainly cats and dogs, will behave oddly around your house. Number 3. You feel like you're being followed at the most random times outside your house. Number 4. You can feel someone watching you. And number 5. Only you can see it. Now, how you can avoid falling victim. Number 1. Never stay out late. Number 2. Keep all doors and windows locked. And number 3. Stay with someone. It won't attack you unless you're alone. I can't promise this will always work. I don't know how long it'll be till I slip up. Good luck, and goodbye.